Bright daylight struck my eyes. At first, I didn't pay attention, as if I wasn't fully awake yet. Is that like the holy? Because I thought this was supposed to be Soviet Russia. On their legs. Oh yeah, this is me speaking. Damn, looks like I fell asleep and missed my stop. But there was no door. I looked around the bus and I realized that it was a good old-fashioned worn-out Lazy instead of a Icarus model. I froze in shock. How? What? Am I dead? Have I been kidnapped? No, I must be dead. Why is that your first? Anyways, I patted myself down fiercely. Hey now. Slapped myself painfully in the face a few times, banged my forehead on the back of one of the bus seats. It's clear. Either I'm still alive or you can still feel pain when you're dead. But how could this happen? Maybe I slept for too long. They ended up at the bus depot? And then what? They put me on another bus? I rushed out to look around. Greenery wherever I looked. Tall grass on the roadside. Trees and flowers. Summer. But how? I was in winter just a moment ago. My head was aching unbearably, as if I was going to explode. Slowly, I began to remember. What? I don't remember this part. Oh yeah, the LSD is... So I had an LSD trip. Again, beautiful artwork, by the way. I think I was sleeping, but then how could I remember all of it? And then, a gap. We bought some clothes, I got some hats. Did I make that same joke last time? Some girl leaning over me. With or without clothes. She softly whispered something in my ear. We need to get off the bus. The gap began. These shirts are $5 off. And then I woke up here. Who was that strange girl? Or was she just a dream? For some reason, thinking about her made me feel a bit better, calm down just a little. I felt warmth all over, coming from inside. Could it be her who brought me here? Then I need to find her. And the best place to look for her was here. So anyways, here. I rushed to the left. And step to the right. Now put your hands on your hip. And you shake it to the right. Anyways. I don't even think those are the lyrics. Hesitating over finally, I ran in the direction from which the bus had probably came. Ellipses followed. Why'd you do that? Okay, say you and her on the bus stop there. Why would she be back towards the bus? Why not go towards civilization? Anyways, Ellipses agreed with my argument. Physics exercise did refresh one's mind. Thoughts became clear, and it did get easier to evaluate the surroundings reality. Not in my case, however. I was sitting on the roadside, wheezing and trying to ease my sore throat by gulping breaths of hot air. In any case, the run did its job. The fear withdrew for a while. Maybe I was really just treating. Though recalling my self-harm on the bus, I immediately rejected the idea. I'm neither dreaming nor dead. Limbo. A narrow road ran to the field, far off in the distance. The exact road in my dreams. It must be from away from home. I did the weather yesterday, summer now. It's the whole new environment. Of course, summer is usually like this green hot the entire life. The grass was too lush, the bushes so thick around the tree tops, and the trees themselves. The forest was quite far away, and the trees looked... Again, I all did this. That was a good run, though. Fear overtook me once again. The power lines. There must be people here. Well, there's a road, there was a bus. Yes, civilization. But what does it mean? In fact, that means nothing at all. Could they have power lines even in hell? Well, I guess that's how they run the AC units. Roasting sinners over hot coals. That's the last century. I must have reached a point of no return, after which you should either lose your mind completely or finally try to understand what's going on. And while I still have a choice, I shall pick the second option. I slowly headed back to the bus. Of course, it was scary. But it's not likely to find any answer in this field of woods, and this wretched bucket of bolts is the only link I have to the real world. Ellipses told me to go the other direction. I should carefully scout the area. The brick, oh yeah, Seattle. Soviet, because I didn't know how to say that, so I just called it Seattle, like the place they're in. The trip taking a bit too long today, I smirked. A person may start acting inappropriate in extreme situation. Something like that is probably happening to me now. This place didn't look abandoned at all. No rust on the gates, no damage to the walls. Seattle. What could have a name like that? Judging by the pioneer statues, it could be a summer camp for kids. Moreover, it appears to be open. Of course, the simplest explanation, logically speaking, explains nothing at all. The strange girl, the altered bus, summer, the pioneer camp. Thousands of theories went through my mind instantly, from alien abductions, lethargic sleep, from hallucinations to time-space shift. I like the time shift space one, because that means you're in a different dimension. What you're doing doesn't matter, so just go buck wild. None was worse than the other, but there was really no way to pick a single one. Then it occurred to me. I tried to make a phone call. I took out my cell phone, dialed the first number in my contact list. It wouldn't even make that number. If my cell phone had service, it just said no service. But instead, the signal strength showing thick cross, although there may be no signal in such a remote place. Thoughts, though I cannot be the only one who came here. Buses do not drive themselves. Ask Google that question. By the way, does the bus look better now? I thought it was a bit beat up last time. I examined the bus from all sides, make sure it wasn't a hallucination. Bits of dirt at the bottom, some rust here and there, faded paint and wore out tires. No, it's definitely a very ordinary bus. Yeah, exactly the kind of bus which takes you places beyond your understanding if you carelessly fall asleep. I gave a nervous chuckle. It came out a bit, whatever that word is, sporadically, because this wasn't the right place to laugh. But where on earth is the driver? I cautiously sat down on the curve beside the bus and started to wait. Ellipses joined me. Maybe Ellipses drove it. My patience didn't last long. My anxiety seemed to have reached its peaks, and I started to go slightly mad. In such a situation, anyone would have probably felt something similar. Aliens, parallel universes, from my imagination, leaving the void, darkness. Is this how everything will end? How my life will end? But I wanted to do so much. There were so many things I hadn't time for. I was overwhelmed by the idea that this was definitely the end. My only friend. But why? It's not fair. It's not fair. Surely I'm no worse than anyone else. I didn't kill anyone. Dear God, why? And disappear. Nope, still there. Tears were burning my eyes unbearably. I curled up in a strange ball of grass. Why do this to me? But the cries were only heard by a speechless statue. Binders. Excuse me. Ellipses agreed. What did I eat? After a while, I didn't click anything. I did. Oh, my mouse wheel, right. My mind cleared up a bit, as if the terror and fear of death gave me a little break. All in all, if someone wanted to kill me, what is all this for? It doesn't look like an experiment either. Oh no. This is just some crazy coincidence, then there's no threat. Anyways, it seemed like no danger. The panic was soon gone. Of course, the blood was still pounding in my temples. My hands were shaking, but at least I could think clearly now. But right now, there's nothing I can really change anyways. So no matter how much I think or how mad I get, it would only make things worse. Until some actual facts appear, there's no reason to make any guessing. In any case, I won't learn anything by lounging around here. The camp, of course, if it really is a camp, looked like the only place where people could be. So I decided to go there, and hardly had I reached the gates when a girl came out from behind. Hello, Sylvia, wearing a pioneer uniform. My logic didn't let me down this time. Then again, a pioneer uniform in the 21st century? And then again, a girl here in front of me? That never happens. I froze, unable to take a step. I felt very much like running away. Running as far as I could from this place, far from the bus, statues, far from this bloody bird with its just running, feeling like the wind, faster and faster, without planets passing me by, galaxies, running. Yes, we get the idea. You want to run away. Run, no matter where, as long as it is far away from this place. She got closer. I could not help but notice her beauty, even though I was trembling with fear. Human instincts worked independently of consciousness, and was only about 5% of my brain responsible for cognitive processing. The remaining 95% are always busy sustaining life, particularly. I desperately wanted to get less complicated and stop thinking in formal quotes from encyclopedia, though my thoughts appeared one by one, being stupid, outer space, as if taken from an eternal monologue of a hero from some junky soft-cover crime fiction book. A pretty Slavic face, long braids, looked like 2 armfuls of fresh hay, blue eyes I could drown in. Damn it, that's my pickup line. There we go. Again, the only accent I could freaking do. Hi, you must have just arrived. Okay, I'm going to do something else here. I can't. Damn it, I was going to save here too, because that was a long stuff. Anyways, let's reply. I don't remember what I did last time. I should look and see what I did last time. Yeah. All right then. Welcome. She smiled broadly. Strange, it looked as she's just a normal girl. Bah, I shouldn't have returned here. The woods, fields seemed better. But what shall I do next? Try to speak to her as if she was a human, or run away, or what? The blood was pumping. Well, it was pumping somewhere else. Head was rumbling a little inside. A little bit more, and the poor pioneer. My sensitive mouse. Anyways. What's so funny about that? The girl looked me over. It sent shivers down my spine, and my knees started to tremble. Nothing? Great, then. Great? What's so great about that? Suddenly, a thought crossed my mind. To hell with it. Forget about the bus behind me, the fact that the winter yesterday and the summer today. I want to rip off this itchy... Well, you want to rip off your clothes. Okay, that's acceptable. And just accept it as reality happening. Everything is as it should be. All this for the best. Would you happen to know... You should go to the camp leader. She'll tell you everything. Look. You go straight past the square, then a left, and you'll see several small cabins. She pointed at the gate, behind her. When you go there, you'll see for old Gus. Is a derivative of a person's father named by Russians. Person's first name is a sign of respect address. Oh, I didn't know that. I just called her Olga. Got it? Of course I didn't. Well, I got to go now. The girl waved her hand at me and disappeared behind the gates. It seemed as if to her I was something ordinary. And all the show with the bus travels while sleep or wake were troubling only to me, while everything here just the way it should be. camp leaders, pioneer uniforms. What are they doing in this reenactment? I hope I wouldn't find Lyndon standing atop an armored car in the square. But even that would not surprise me right now. After standing alone for a while, I headed towards the camp. The sign for clubs. I went and came a bit closer. Lena. She's a feisty one if you get in trouble with her. Her pretty face gave me an impression of one suffering for a fate of whole of mankind was truly universal sorrow. As soon as she saw me, the girl froze, as if frightened. I froze too, considering that was the best to do. To approach first or wait for some initiative, or maybe to run away. Although the last option was constantly becoming suggested only by my unconscious mind who wanted to run away from tough difficulties. Not only the worst human instinct, but by far the most logical. If the instinct played poker against deductive abilities, the outcome would be predictable. Predetermined even. I can read, while hinting at me the girl afraid of this girl. Right, she has the USSR shirt on. Suddenly, someone jumped from nearby bushes. A girl wearing a t-shirt with the yes. Such a perfect replication of the age. She looked quite short from a distance and was probably younger than both pioneer girls. The one in the gate and the one in front of us. At least, I decided to come closer, but the USSR jumped towards the first girl holding something. Yes. This is all going to be the same. Poor Lena. So I could actually fast forward this part, can I? How do I fast forward? Come on, I did it accidentally before. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Okay, maybe we won't skip this part. The first girl stood before me. Now, what did I tell you? Take a left at the square, wasn't it? She changed from a pioneer into a bikini, which I don't know what they would have had back then. Who cares? She'd be swimming nude. I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Sylvia. First name, oh, you can do me too. Yeah. I still felt a bit confused, so I did not come up with, no, your mind was looking somewhere else, so you didn't know how to respond, you pervert. And what's your name? I felt like she could see right through me. I'm Simone. Nice to meet you, Simone. Alright, I'm almost done here. Could you wait for a minute? I'll go change and we can go meet Olga together. Agreed. After this exchange, he ran off to the pier, having boots. Furthermore, it let me cool off a little bit. Yeah, dangle your feet in the water while waiting. Looking at the river, I was brainstorming and processing everything that had happened. If it's some kind of conspiracy, it's a weird one, even friendly at times. No, it really looks more like a random event. Some entirely incomprehensible random event. Aye, shall we go? Aww. Sylvia was standing there beside me, dressed in a pioneer uniform again. Okay, let's go. I've been here for a very short time, but all these people I've met, she looks the least suspicious. However, the fact is already suspicious itself. Yeah, there's Gendo. We walked to the square. Aye, the USS girl and the USS Alice. Poor Alice, we broke her heart. After we, Olga, Elsa, enough running. I tell everything to Olga. Aye, aye, Captain. I decided not to question Sylvia for a while as we go into local residence. Better meet the mysterious Olga first. Sounds like she's the boss here. We walked past the row of identical cabins, said. Finally, Sylvia stopped in front of a smallish one-story cabin. Ah, here we go. Home again. Looks like an artist It actually really does look like an artist painting. Because it is. What are you standing around for? Let's go. Sylvia snapped from my daydream. And stop teasing Lena already. Rena? Sounds like there's something inside. And yeah, also came out. Mysterious grin. The pigtail girl came out next. Don't let it bother you, Lena. So her name's Lena. Gotta be thankful it's not Rena, at least. But I don't. Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. For some reason, I felt like turning and following her with my eyes. Well, because she's... Anyways, come. I was already there. Well, we entered the cabin. Inside, it looked similar to what I imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple chairs, a couple, and a wardrobe. Nothing special, but at the same time, it felt home-like, cozy, although this room was almost in some state of disorder of my own flat. The girl was near the window, appeared to be about 25 years old. Nature have obviously gifted her with something. Right. Yes, her and Dolly Parton. At least one thing can be your happy phenomenon. The locals here are... Yes, why are you complaining? You're young again? Well, you don't know you're young again yet. You're finally here. Excellent. My name is Olga. I'm the camp leader. And nice to meet you. I'm Simon. I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on anymore. She came closer. We've been expecting you since early this morning. You've been expecting me? Yes, of course. And when does the next bus come? And why do you need it? Yeah, why would I need it? Guess I shouldn't ask direct questions. Well, if they'll think you're insane, but at least you'll have some answers maybe. And I doubt I get any answers. Adjust my mic there. No reason, just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? Our mailing address, I mean. I want to send some letter. To my parents. I've been drinking. She's surprised by that. For some reason, despite the idea, oh, but your parents called just a half hour ago. Send the best regards. Now, that was a surprise. So, can I call them? Because I forgot to tell them something before I left. No. She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. Why not? By the way, she wasn't on the bus either, was she? So that means she's not an option? Aww. Or the nurse either. The nurse wasn't there either. Why do we don't have a phone here? How could my parents make a call here? I just came back from the district central town. I talked to them while there. So that's how it is. And can I somehow get to town? No. She kept the same smile. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. I decided not to... By the way, the game is actually 7 days. I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back. I would get no answer anyways. 3 wait. No, stop being a pervert. All this time, Sylvia was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find you a uniform. I absolutely had no idea. However, wearing winter's clothes in summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Retio, I'll be off then. You can get yourself acquainted with the camp. Don't forget to come to dinner this evening. Having said that, she walked out to the cabin. No, walked isn't the right word. She rushed out. Sylvia slid in front of me. I must go too. Got things to do, you know. Take a walk. Look around the camp a bit. Get yourself familiar. See you in the evening. If there is no threat or catch to this reality, as embodied by Sylvia, becomes more and more appealing. I can read ellipses. Shut up, ellipses. I'm trying to my best. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although, obviously, my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and popped it onto a bed. Excuse me. That's much better. All I could do now was follow their advice and go looking around the camp. Excuse me, trying to drink some whiskey to clear my throat there. Because that's the best thing to do, right? Is pour some more whiskey. Anyways, passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming up this way. Hello, cheese. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently, there were even men in this kingdom of Amazons. Hello, you're new here. You must be Simon, right? And how do you... Everyone knows already. I'm electronic. By the way, the real one. You can call me that. Yes. Yes. All right. Also calls me cheesy. Cheesy? On toast with mushrooms? Because my last name is Chivok. I see. Let me show you around. I appreciate the offer, as if it would take much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. Happy music as we look at the square. There's lots of girls here. Why are you complaining? Up, ba da da ba da. Lena was sitting on one of the benches, reading some kind of book. The cover said 50 Shades of Grey, and I thought, what? Electronic confidently approached her. Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Simon. He started briskly. Hello. Well, you can say we've already met in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glared at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if nothing that was really there. All right, well, let's go on. It was a first surprise. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought it was better that way. Electronic vigor activity did not fit with Lena's shyness. Oh boy. Sorry, the whiskey I took to clear my throat now causes me to burp. It's kind of like she ate a fly, ate a horse somehow and died. Anyways, let's go. You solve one problem by creating another is what I'm saying. Next, we came to a bin which I instantly identified as the canteen. And this here, I know, this is where they consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. It is alive and moving. You do realize that. On the canteen porch stood an unfriendly girl who hit me on the back later. Well, you can hit that later if you want. At sight of her, my joking mood vanished in the blink of an eye. Really, now, it's not the best of times to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he's quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least where I am. Hey, over there is Alice. Be careful around her. He spoke in a whisper. Don't ever call her Dop Chick. She doesn't like that. What did you say? What did you call me? I know you like vodka. In the blink of an eye, she jumped on. All right, you'll manage from here on. Elimelech took to his heels. I did nothing last time. Let's run after him. I decided that I had no wish to come across this aggressive Alice girl again, so I darted after Electronic. Running to the square, I lost sight of him. But Alice wasn't chasing me either. However, I really should not risk calling her that. Alice or Dovchek, even in my mind. After catching my breath, I wondered why I reacted like that, because we reacted the proper way last time. So this time we're acting the other way. All right, she's a girl, an aggressive one. Oh, you just wait till she's in bed. By the way, but why run? Failing to find a good answer, I sat down on a bench and started to stare at the moon of Gendo. Ellipses commented on the flags. Looks like I have time to kill alone. Well, there's one thing you could do by yourself, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east. At least that's the direction where east would be in my world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. A game was in full swing there. I guess watching it for a bit would do no harm. In my childhood and teen years, I was not bad at the game myself. Would have been pro if it wasn't for my knee. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy about 10 and a girl about 14 years old. I thought everyone's over the age of 18. A girl. Hey, that's Ulsa. Was she the 14-year-old one? You perv. She plays football. Well, what's so surprising? She seems a restless one. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Hey, listen! Ulsa shouted. Wanna play? Please tell me you're talking about football. I didn't know how to answer. On one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong movement in my situation could be a final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable even for this weather. If I played with winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a capitalist pig. Did I make that joke last time? And playing barefoot with no jeans simply unethical. Well, again, from the future, I was saying if this is a fake world, just fudge it. See what happens if you streak. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around and walked back. I was followed by Ulsa screamed and pants about being a pansy. Yes. Wussy! Hold on, no. All right. Ellipses didn't like that joke either.